Welcome back to Nap Time Builder. Alright, look y'all. Last video. We was working on the rear fenders. Rear fender. Look at that, boy. You look good, don't you? Got her all down to bare metal. Cut up. Patched her in down there at the bottom, but you can't even tell there's a patch there. And if you can, don't look again. Don't let me know, okay? It'll be okay. Looks good to me, though. Probably because it's the first patch I ever did. But we're about to rip that fender off. Strip it down. We're going to have to patch the front of it, too. And hopefully we can get that fender off, stripped down, patched, prime. Inside of it coated with the Rust-Oleum 2-in-1. This fender has this crazy looking mess right here on it. Whatever it's supposed to be. Looks like some wannabe homemade stuff, really. If it's not, then it's not far from it. But we need to take all that off as well, if we can. Come on now. I guess we'll cut them off. All right, so this right here is the bracket, or arm, whatever you want to call it. Hangs from here, and the top of this goes up and mounts to the bottom side of the frame there, or the bottom side of that bed rail, just to give this fender a little bit more stability out here, because all that up there is held, like the back side of it, but not this front part. So that helps us right here. And plus, this bracket right here, or whatever this is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to just have 3 holes in here, and then they bolt to the back side of the step. So that's what's supposed to give this side of the fender a little bit more stability. But over the years, somebody did a whole lot of hacking and craziness. There's the other one down there for the other side. But as you can see, the bottom side of this fender is not in the best shape anyways. And we have a patch, like we did on the other one, so. And that patch will be, about right where my thumbnail is there. So a good portion of the bottom there. So that's her. And before we worry about that, we need to strip all this. The whole inside of this is covered in surface rust. We'll strip all that out, flip it over, strip all the paint off of it. Then we'll have to come to places like it's right here. Zap that back together. Let's see if there's any more. Might have to make some little pieces here and there. That way a bolt hole can actually go through. Looks like up there too. And then, you know, just get all this mess off. That way I can fit my patch up as good as possible to it. That way I have a halfway decent line to be able to be drawn. That way our patch can go on hopefully correctly and not look absolutely ignorant and out of place once it's there. So that's the game plan. Also, the fender right there is split. So we'll have to clean that up real good, go down through there, zap it back together and smooth it out. And with further inspection and taking some of this off, it looks like what happened was the bottom of this fender was starting to rust out around the holes that I told you it should have for a bolt to go through and meet up with the side skirt and the step or whatever. So they might bend up this contraption, had this little ledge for to hook up under that little bottom panel there, I assume. And for the side skirt not to go back further than that. And then, because look up under here, the whole section there is rusted out. I'm pretty sure that has been rusted out for a long time. And then their stuff right here started rusting because they just got a bunch of stuff thrown together here. So hopefully try to make that work. And down here, they even welded it to the fender where I thought it was bolted all the way. Because now I have all the bolts out, but it's still partially together down here. All right, y'all, we done for the day. We're getting the kids up, and we're about to go to the movies. Go see some Moana too, okay? Hopefully they took a nap and ain't too wild in the movies. Otherwise, I might have to leave early, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't need to be having them crazy kids up in the movies. I don't want to be that parent. Anyways, here's what we got. I think I was right about that was rusting out, so they ended up trying to put some mess on there just to hold it together and hold the step up back there. That looks like complete garbage, but luckily she'll be getting cut off like somewhere right in there. So it should take care of all of that. But we got all that mess off. You've seen we hit the inside of it to get most of that surface rust off. I'll hit it again with a wire wheel eventually. And then we got a good almost half of the fender, outside of the fender down to bare metal. I'll have to come back out in the morning. Hopefully we get the rest of that stripped off and start bringing some of this stuff like this right here back together and do like on the inside. We talked about them holes, having to get them to where we can actually drill some new holes. That way they're usable. After that, we'll chop that mug off, put a new one on. We'll see y'all in the morning. What's up and good morning? Well, it's Sunday morning. I woke up at 4. This is like a couple minutes after 5. Honestly, I've been out here for about 30 minutes or so, just listening to a little bit of gospel on the YouTube, okay? Trying to pump myself up this morning. I'm gonna try to get this thing the rest of the way stripped down to bare metal. And I would like to go ahead and start welding some of this back together before I have to get kids up and get ready for church and all that. We will see how it goes. This is December the 1st. And I'm telling you, December brought the weather with it because I woke up, it's 26 degrees. And that's cold here in North Alabama. I don't know about you, but that's... Now I know I got to get them sunrise photos or a video when I beat the sun up out here. And here's what she's looking like. Got her all stripped down. She's pretty straight other than them couple things I've told you about. There's a couple of small dings we'll have to bondo up. I need a bigger piece of wood here. My fender barely fits. It's hanging on by a flange over there. Well, it looks terrible, don't it? Good thing that thing will be... Yeah, it'll get all... Where's that patch at? Oh yeah, it'll go right up past all that nonsense there. It'll be about right there. Oh yeah, that'll go up right past. Oh, and if you're paying attention, I said I was taking the kids. Yesterday was my birthday. I was going to take the kids to see a movie, Moana 2. I thought, look, Daddy Daddy over here trying to be nice. It's my birthday, but I was gonna take them to go see a movie and all this, and well, we get there. I didn't realize that Moana 2 had just come out a few days ago in theaters, okay? Didn't realize. And I live in a small town, but it's slowly growing. And, well, man, we got there. It's packed. They didn't even have 4 seats left. There's 4 of us. They didn't even have 4 seats left. So I had to buy tickets for today, like 2 o'clock. So after church, we're going to be going to see Moana 2. I got a 5 and a 3-year-old. I'm talking about as soon as they told us that it was full, and I explained to my kid, man, that eyes started getting all red. Made me feel bad, man. So we're gonna eat some tacos after, won't have no nap time work done today because we'll be going to see a movie. We got tickets though, so we got seats this time. But trying to get as much as I can done before church today. I think I'm about to break the welder out and start on that split that's in the middle of the fender there. Well, this is my little, she ugly. She need cleaning up, okay? She ugly. But, this is one of my little spots where I got to drill a hole. So I had to put a little piece in there. That right there was cracked and there wasn't a whole lot to tie it to. So I put a small plate across it, tied it all together. Ugly, needs cleaned up, like I said. Stuff falling in the background, spooking me over here. Another one, ugly, still needs to be cleaned up, but that was another one of my bolt holes, and that was another one. Still got to drill a hole out for those, but at least they are solid now, you know. There's also a small crack right in here. I didn't realize until I got done that I'll zap a couple times, but it is about time to hold my piece up here and draw me a line and see where I need to chop her off. Something like that right there, okay? Not exactly, but close. Do us a line down through here. That lip will have to be bent over. It had to be bent over on the other one. But we'll draw us a line down through there. You know, sometimes it's a little difficult to video stuff when everything's a two-handed job. I don't make no money off this, so I can't afford any employees. But, you know, sometimes it'd be nice to have you a videographer, a cameraman, camera lady, something. But you get the idea. We're going to hold her up there in place as in place as we can get it. Draw us a line, and hopefully she looks like a normal fender when I get done with it, okay? All we can do is do our best. And anything we're going to do is better than what it was, so. You know, I try not to set my sights too high, but at the same time, I don't want it to look junky, okay? So, out with the old, in with the new. The patch is on. I've bondoed up some areas, little dings here and there. It's about time. I got some fiberglass, short strand fiberglass over here. This, I didn't do as well on this one as I did the other one, okay? This one looked like it was kind of, I don't know, she had a little dip in it for some reason. And you know, about the time I started caring about that, it was a little too late because it was already welded up and all that. So did a little fiberglass on it. I'm gonna sand that down some. Do a little thin layer of Bondo over that. We gotta sand all this mess down. Not too sure how this is gonna work out because this had little pinholes in here. Well, a couple of them was a little bit bigger than pinholes. So I'm not exactly sure. I might end up having to sand that off and do fiberglass there instead. We had a couple small dings here. And plus I was in a hurry when I put this Bondo on because about the time I got that mixed up, my kids was waking up. And my kids are impatient, okay? As soon as they wake up, you can look on the monitor and see them, Daddy, I'm ready to get up, or Daddy, I gotta go potty, or Daddy, bring your butt in the house. You know. I mean, it happens, okay? So, I mean, we just didn't grab the name Nap Time Builder out of the air anywhere, you know, because it's a real thing over here. That's the time I got. But, so I was in a hurry when I put them on, them couple spots on, and we sand them down. Hopefully they did what we need them to do. But this right here, I'm pretty sure after I sand it down, I'll still need to do a thin layer of Bondo over top of it. That right there, I was in a hurry. That's where that fender was cracked right there in the middle. It's welded back together, but I still got to do a little smoothing on it too. But my patch is on, and we are in the process of making this thing smooth. If this turns out as good as the passenger fender did, then I'll be in good shape. Well, y'all, she is by far not perfect. But Lord, she is like 10 million times better than it was. Let me just show you. Let me just show you. I mean, just look at her. Just look at her. Definitely not perfect, like I said. But I mean, I don't think you can even tell there's a patch there. I wasn't as happy with this one as I was the other fender. I feel like the other fender did turn out better. I had to use, I just used a very, very tiny bit of Bondo on the other fender just to smooth, and feather out around a couple areas. But on this one, I used a little bit more than I wanted to, but it was not like a massive amount. But yeah, turned out pretty good. The high today is like 51, I think. And that's like right now. So, I'm about to go in, get ready for work. Hopefully find some food, because Fat Boy hungry. And, this will dry, hopefully overnight. I mean, it's going to get down to 20s again, probably. But, shouldn't get no lower than 46, 48 or something like that in here. But, hopefully this dries good and everything overnight. We're going to give it plenty of time. We'll come back out tomorrow. As long as it's good, we'll flip her over. And I'll coat the inside of it with that Rust-Oleum 2-in-1. Well, here she is with the primer all dry. Definitely a million times better than it was, but far from perfect. What's going on, y'all? It is the next, well, yesterday I come out and did the 2-in-1 on the inside of the fender. It'd been cold. I just knocked that out. Did you a little small clip showing you. And here we are the next day. Everything is dried, and we just test fit that fender. One of my holes that I had to re-drill after patching, I just had to do it a little bit different, but I got all my bolts in, and here's what she looks like. So there she is, folks. The rear fenders are done, you know, other than paint, of course. And they are bolted on the truck. The bed sides is done, other than, you know, eventually we'll sand down the roughness of that thick crap I put on there. Then we'll prime and paint them, and these will have to be sanded a little bit and primed, or well, painted. But this bed has come a long way, and I'm sorry it took like 3 or 4 or however many videos to do it, but I'm a working dad, you know what I'm saying? So I only got so much time, and stuff that's in this rough of shape, it takes some time. So we had to break it up and all that. But I do say so myself, she's looking pretty good. Pretty good. Now, I do not know what I'm doing, so don't do nothing that I have done, because if you do it and you don't like the results, I don't want you complaining to me. I had 1 year of auto body in school and tech school and everything. I didn't learn a daggum thing other than spread Bondo on it and sand it down, probably spread some more Bondo and all that. That's about all I learned. You know, we had a great teacher, but he might have not been there half the time. But anyways, we had to patch the bottom of both of those fenders. The passenger side one, in my opinion, did turn out a little bit better than the driver's side did. There is some small imperfections, and one of those, if you're a stickler, then don't get too close because you might find them, okay? She's gonna be a great 15, 20 footer. Yeah, I mean, I ain't no professional, but I ain't got professional money either. I can't pay nobody to do it, so this is what we get. We're slowly getting better as we go, though, and she is slowly looking better as we go. So, with that, I really appreciate y'all. Hit that like button. You know, hey, share them with your friend. You got a friend that likes old trucks, share these videos with them. They might not like me, but they might like looking at the truck. Who don't like seeing a piece of art come together? You know what I'm saying? But I really appreciate it. Y'all, I mean, I don't know, I just really appreciate it. So, thanks for watching Nap Time Builder. We will catch y'all next time. I can't make up my mind if we're starting with the cab corners or we're going to the doors. I mean, they're both right there.